When Petrarch, age 22, in the church of Santa Chiara at Avignon on April 6, 1327, caught sight of a lovely girl, his heart pounded or stopped or leapt into his throat. His soul had been assailed by beauty. Was this when the Renaissance began? See, all the historians are always trying to date the day when the Renaissance began. When did the Middle Ages end and when did the Renaissance begin? Or had it already begun, this vita nuova, this new life, when Dante in 1274, at the age of 9, first saw Beatrice, a word that means she who confers blessing, a crimson-dressed girl child and anima mundi, or world soul, awakening his heart to the aesthetic life. At that moment, writes Dante, I say the spirit of life, which hath its dwelling in the secretest chamber of the heart, began to tremble so violently that the least pulses of my body shook, and in trembling it said these words, Here is a deity stronger than I, who, coming, shall rule over me. Dante was 9. Now, how many of you recall falling in love or feeling beauty before you were 10 years old? No question. No question. It's given. It's absolutely given. From then on, he was a devotee of this deity in the shape of his soul figure, dedicated to love, imagination, and poetic beauty, all three inseparably. And I should have said when I wrote that, and politics, because he was thrown out of the city of Florence and was always in danger politically. But I hadn't awakened yet politically when I wrote that. These couples, Petrarch and Laura, Dante and Beatrice, had no personal satisfaction, no human relationship. Yet what emerged from these happenings in the heart was the transformation of all Western culture, commencing as an aesthetic transformation. It was generated by beauty. Now, you see, that raises in my mind the question, all our emphasis on human relationship and all the coaching that goes on in therapy about how to make your human relationships work, maybe they're not all supposed to work. Maybe there is supposed to be what I've called impossible love in the myth of analysis. I mean, why do we always fall in love with the wrong person? And why is it always impossible? What is impossible love all about? Maybe there's something to do with keeping the wound open and keeping the emotion alive, the longing alive, and so on, and keeping the soul sensitive to beauty, vulnerable, rather than a working relationship. I just want to contrasting it with the work we do in therapy, coaching human relationships.